Okay, so principle of parting number 2 is take ownership of the future and of the past. I know you're thinking, wait, didn't you just say don't blame myself? But taking ownership is not the same as taking blame or wallowing in guilt or self-recrimination. Taking ownership means seeing how you contribute to what happens in your life. A sense of agency correlates with resilience after loss. So you want to see how what you do really leads to results so that you can feel powerful going forward and not like a victim of the circumstances around you. This can sound kind of harsh, and I know if your spouse had an affair and you're saying, how is that my fault? How do I take ownership of that? I spoke to so many people whose spouses cheated on them. Half of the people I interviewed had their marriage end with the revelation of an affair. People who did well, who were able to go on, were those who were able to find some way to take ownership, not of the affair, but of the marriage that led up to the affair. I talked to one woman, this very sophisticated 50-something diamond dealer, and she worked with her husband, and he came home one day with a typewritten letter saying he wanted to get divorced, and he had already decided how they should divvy up all their property. And he hands her this letter, and she had no idea that he even wanted a divorce. She said it was like as if there were this tower standing outside her window that you thought nothing could ever happen to it, and it just collapsed. She couldn't believe it. And later she found out that there had been an affair that led up to this. And she said all her friends were like, oh, poor you, you're 50 and your husband left you, what's gonna happen to you? And she appreciated the sympathy, but she did not want to be that victim, that person, like, oh, poor you. So she quickly decided she didn't want to take that on. And she got a spiritual guru and went to an empowerment retreat, but she wound up saying, I think that the divorce was a mutual decision, even though it did not look that way at the time. And she also wound up doing things that she never thought she would do. Like she wrote a book about diamonds in Italian, and that's how I met her. She wanted to do an English version of this. She was from Italy. And she said that, the divorce, it sort of cracked open the life that she had believed she was living, and that let in new light. And that let her see possibilities that she never would have imagined before. So that's one way that taking ownership can really be empowering and really help you create a much bigger life, even than the life that you thought that you wanted. One way that I think about it is that a bad marriage can really sap your personal power, but a divorce is often a chance to take it back.